So we learned just some derivative rules. For example, derivative of sine inverse x is root 1 minus x squared. Derivative of tangent inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x squared. Derivative of secant inverse x is 1 by x times square root of x squared minus 1. Now, if we reverse the process from here to here, that's using antiderivatives, right? So integral of 1 by square root of 1 minus u squared. Looking at this formula, we can say that is sine inverse u. And using the substitution, we can write that same formula as if it is a square minus u square, then it'll be sine inverse u by a. So you have to write down, add this formula to your formula list for integration. Integral of 1 by 1 minus u squared with respect to u is sine inverse u. Looking at this formula, we can get this new formula for integration. Integral of 1 by 1 plus u squared would be tangent inverse u. And if in place of 1 there was a constant square, then by substitution that would be 1 by a times tangent inverse u by a plus c. And lastly, looking at this formula, we can say integral of 1 by u times square root of u square minus 1 would be secant inverse u. Same if we have in place of 1, we have a constant square. The answer would be 1 by a secant inverse u by a. Here we do understand that this u absolute value should be more than 1 because we cannot have negative in the square root. You have to practice more looking at the formulas and how to use them to actually practice the question. So let's try to work this one here. I'm going to try to show you this question. This question looks like it's similar to this integral, right? But in place of u, we have 4x squared that can be actually written as (2x whole square minus 3). And in place of a square, we have 3. So a would be root 3. Okay. So we are going to use this formula right here. But for using that, we need to make a substitution of 2x as u. When we do the substitution, du becomes 2. Derivative of dx would be just dx. So dx can be written as du by 2. Okay, let's write down our substitution. Integral du by 2 comes outside. X will become, from here, x would be u by 2. So in place of x, we will write u by 2, square root of, this 2x becomes u square minus 3 is equal to, now I am almost done but not really, this 2 cancels, but the thing is this question has limits also, so we need to figure out limits. When x is 1, the lower limit is 1, then u will become 2 times 1 is 2. But when x is root 3, you see the upper limit is root 3, u will become 2 times root 3. So basically 2 root 3. So the lower limit is 2 and the upper limit is 2 root 3. Now look at this. If you compare this integral with this formula, a should be equal to root 3. So applying this, we have our answer 1 by a, which is root 3, secant inverse of u by root 3. We will not write plus c because this is a definite integral and the limits are from 2 to root 3. Let's now put the limits in. Once we have the integral, we can put the limits in. We have 1 by root 3 outside. Put the root 2 root 3. So secant inverse 2 root 3 by root 3 minus secant inverse 2 by root 3. This one here cancels. Secant inverse of 2 will be pi by 3 minus secant inverse of 2 by root 3 would be pi by 6. The answer to this would be pi by 6 root 3.